Hello and welcome to Nathan Hale High School, home of the honorable, thinking, skillful global citizens. I am your principal, Dr. William Jackson. I'm here to guide you through our virtual tour. And before we begin, I would like to share with you a little bit about myself. This year marks my 6th year serving at Nathan Hale High School and my 2nd year serving as principal. Prior to serving as principal, I served as assistant principal here at Nathan Hale. I grew up here in Seattle, Washington, as a third-generation Seattle native. I went to O'Day High School, where I fell in love with the vision of creating a strong high school experience for students, as that is the time where innovation, creativity, and exploration really take off, as it did for me. A few things that really drew me to Hale as a school leader, and I hope you hear this throughout, is our strong academic traditions, focused on rigorous, culturally responsive, 21st century skills. Our strong alumni staff base that hold our culture and community centered on our values as a coalition of essential schools. And our parent and of alumni students that remain involved in our growth through our shifts and changes. Lastly, I love our culture of centering students and families in our decision-making processes. I'm excited to share more about this and other areas of Nathan Hale that make us a proud school community. As a coalition of essential schools, the 10 common principles drive all that we do in our hiring, our staffing, budget, program design, even our governance on our Senate, which is our building leadership team. Through the design of our school building years ago, was all based on our 10 common principles. I will highlight a few principles that stick out to me that I see every day in school practice. The first one, helping students use their minds well. Each day I walk the building and see classrooms focused on learning anchored in building student capacity and 21st century learning skills, critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, innovation, and design. This rigorous learning experience begins right when students enter grade 9 in their academy and builds all the way through to the conclusion of their high school experience with their Hale Action Project. The second one I want to highlight is goal number 3, goals apply to all. An example of this is in our course offerings. As a full inclusion school, honoring the many identities, cultures, and representations of our students and student backgrounds, all of our course offerings are accessible to students. A highlight of this is junior and senior year, where all students take college courses in English 101, U.S. history, government, and economics. The third one I want to highlight is number 6, requiring students to demonstrate mastery through exhibition. Beginning in grade 9, students develop their capacity to truly adapt skills necessary for the world as they strengthen what we call the 5 habits of mind. Significance is the first one. Question, why is it important? The second habit of mind, perspective, which means what is that point of view? The third habit of mind, evidence, and how do we know? The fourth habit of mind, connection. How does it apply? And the fifth is supposition. What if it were different? These learning experiences anchor student literacy right when they enter school as freshmen, which sets them up to have strong project-based learning experiences. Lastly, is number 7, stress unanxious expectation, trust, and decency. We have high expectations for our students as they develop their agency and become honorable, thinking, skillful global citizens. But we are responsive to the current needs of our students with higher stress and anxiety. Therefore, we create a culturally responsive, social emotional learning experience that is built on love, care, and joy. as we also strengthen academic capacity in everyone. Our exhibitions of student work. As identified, our project-based learning experiences begin in 9th grade in our academies as students develop their literacy through the 5 habits of mind. Demonstrations are exhibited in science and world history in November and January. When schools fully open for family and communities, we will be able to share this work for you to come and enjoy these deeper learning opportunities. In 10th grade, students work through the school year in their humanities and science courses, strengthening on the foundational skills from their 9th grade year in 10th grade exhibitions in the Global Health Project and the mock trial. Transitioning into 11th and 12th grade, we begin to see a through line of student culmination of their overall learning. Again, when school buildings open to all of you, you will see the Harlem Renaissance, which is an exhibition of art, music, and creativity exploration that students in grade 11 demonstrate as they study this time in history that was a monumental time for African Americans in the history of the United States. In 12th grade, families are invited to Dessert and Politics and Portfolio Evening, which are both student-led events that drive the comprehensive learning that students have throughout their high school experience here at Nathan Hale. We also have our World Language Exhibition Spring Foreign Film Festival, where students create and exhibit films in Spanish, French, and Japanese. These films are in the world languages and have English subtitles. This is a powerful evening for everyone. Lastly, and most recently, we have had exhibitions in our math classes where students demonstrate their understanding of financial literacy and the impacts of finance and money management. This occurs in our financial algebra course, which is a college and the high school course held here at Nathan Hale. This transitions us to college and the high school courses offered at Nathan Hale. A theme you have heard in this message is tied to our mission at Nathan Hale High School. We value project-based learning experiences that are rigorous and tied to 21st century competencies. These competencies are listed here in critical thinking, as we use habits of mind, collaboration in our project-based learning experiences, creativity in our exhibition of student work, and communication in our student voice. Student voice. That is centered in our first common principle, helping students use their minds well, or they develop their own agency and leadership through their education journey here at Hale. Furthermore, our students take lead in a range of areas, from hiring, building leadership in our Senate, also in our racial equity team, and our principal advisory committee. Students and families were even part of the hiring committee that hired me first as an assistant principal and later as a principal. Going back to college and the high school courses. A key part of our preparation of our students for their futures is steadily increasing their college and the high school courses. Our teachers who teach these courses serve as adjunct faculty at the college and university, which uses a college curriculum to advance the learning of all students. As you can see here, all juniors and seniors at Nathan Hale are enrolled in college and high school courses. And lastly, our mission. I close with our mission, which was created in 1998 and still holds true today, as we prepare students for college, career, and roles in the community. The purpose of Nathan Hale High School is to ensure that all students become honorable, thinking, skillful, global citizens. Thank you for joining us, and have a great evening.